We settled Mars over a century ago. Making this dusty rock our home wasn't easy, but the promise that led us across the void was freedom. Something my family's bled for many times.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Red Faction Armageddon Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the Hale boss in the mines. And the first thing I'm going to say is when this level starts, it's going to ask you to select a weapon. And whatever you do, do not select the rail driver like I just did. I completely forgot this boss fight was coming, so I put the rail driver on because I wanted to use it because I've been having fun. What you want to do is put the machine gun on, put something that fires automatically on or something that's explosive, put whichever weapon you're comfortable with, because what this boss is, effectively, is an on-rails target practice. You're going to have to shoot those things on the ground, those little electrical batteries, and what they're going to do is if you wait for the boss to get near them and you shoot them, they'll electrocute him and they'll slow him down. If you don't shoot them and you don't slow the boss down, he will get on top of you and kill you. Which is a hell of a lot more, pleasant than gangbanging you with his giant metallic penis, but it's still a bad prospect either way. So you want to just, put whichever one you're most comfortable with. And right there, when I just spun round, there is two normal Ravagers that will shoot you. And the only real threat on this, if you can keep shooting the electricity things, is the Ravagers themselves. Every so often, there will be ambient enemies that will shoot at you, and they can kill you super quick because you can't take cover, you can't hide, you're just in this minecart, Donkey Kong style, and you get your ass kicked. So prioritize these guys first, and you might see the checkpoint a few times when you fuck it up, but it's not too bad once you do it a few times. And once you realise what you're doing, you shouldn't have any problems. The only real challenge on this area is when the minecart gets to an elevator, there's enemies from every direction, and because it's on insane, you die super quickly, so you need to be real careful and real quick. And I do believe this is... Oh no, this is just us turning around. There's the elevator... Oh no, sorry, this is the elevator, so... this is going to start rising in a minute, and as you can see, it's kind of like northeast, southwest, and each of those directions on the compass has an opening where enemies can be. And the enemies will start shooting at you as you rise gently up here, and you need to kill them because they'll shit stomp you if you don't. And you'll notice, I try using the rail driver. You don't have to, but you can see and shoot through cover, so it'll definitely help you in the long run. But explosives will work equally as well. You just need to be on the ball because they'll be behind you, they'll be to the left of you, and your life goes very quickly when you get shot on this game, and there's a lot of dudes shooting at you here. But one thing that I do find kind of interesting, which I've talked about in other guides before, I talked about it on my Homefront guide, is difficulty names. For hardest difficulties, I'm fascinated with cool and interesting, difficulty names. Something that's just, normal, hard, and very hard. Very disappointed with that. You could... There's an elegance and a class to calling your game. Either something unique to the fiction for the difficulty, or just a cool word, because who doesn't like cool words? You know what I mean? There's just something cool about them. That's why they're called cool words. And I like crazy sounding difficulties. And this is, I think, the third game I've done a walkthrough to, which is the hardest difficulty's been insane. And obviously Gears of War was probably the first I ever saw that used it. Then Fear 3 used it, and this game's used it. And there's probably other games that have used it. I think Bullet Witch uses it. But their hardest difficulty is called Chaos, which one other game uses Chaos that I know of, and that's Star Ocean, but still pretty unique. And I like stuff like that. And it's a shame that more games don't strive to have that unique sounding difficulty. Like, give me Deus Ex difficulty. An awesome name for a difficulty because it's completely in the fiction, and you'll not see another game with a title like that. And if I was a designer and I had some control over what the difficulty would be called, mine would be like Cock Slap Silly difficulty. Just because A, it sounds badass, B, it's hilarious, and C, you wouldn't see it anywhere else. And you'd probably get banned because of ESRB rating system, but you get my point. This section here, you have to throw your repair grenades to repair both sides of that area. It's not exactly rocket science. Not that Mason wouldn't be bad at rocket science, because all he does is fire rockets. Guy's a beast, but as soon as you come out here, Hale will come back in the walker and start attacking you. It's the exact same as before. The only difference with this encounter is the things to stun the robot are going to be on the roof of the cavern. And there's going to be a couple more of the Ravagers, the ambient Ravagers, that will do damage to you, so be aware if you start taking damage, spin round and clear the way, or you will die, and you will die very quickly. And all this becomes is getting to the next checkpoint, much like any other game on the harder difficulties. If you get the checkpoint, you can breathe again. If you don't, you're probably going to get frustrated, but this is nowhere near as difficult as, say, Gears of War 3 was, or Vanquish. If you've played Vanquish, that is probably one of the hardest third-person shooters that exists, so if you're ever wanting practice for other games, play that game, because that game will kick your ass, and at the end of it, it'll ask for money, because it's just cruel. But this section here, just wait for the target above to go across the boss, then shoot at it, it'll drop on him, do some damage, and you can carry on with the next section of the boss fight as he runs away. But I said I was going to talk about horrible bosses, and to my left right now, if I look that way, you'll see catwalks above the caverns. They're the ones that you have to shoot to drop on the boss, because I'm going to be talking about the film. I saw the trailer for Horrible Bosses at the cinema when I went to see Hangover Part 2, and if I'm completely honest, the trailer for Horrible Bosses was funnier than Hangover Part 2 for me, because I was really disappointed in that film. I've talked about it in all the videos. If you've not heard them and you want to know the opinion, just seek them out. I can't remember which one it is. There's only a good 600 to sift through. Good luck with that. But it looked awesome. It had a massive ensemble cast. It had that, I think it's Jason Sudeikis or something, the guy who was in Hall Pass, who I really enjoyed in Hall Pass because he made me laugh, and I just thought he was a beast. This bit's pretty challenging, but it's just because of the Ravagers. The cutscene will kick off there, you'll get a checkpoint, so don't worry, it's not too bad. But it's got a solid cast, it's got a cool idea, and the trailer was really fucking funny. The only problem with a film like this is if a trailer's that funny, you've generally just seen all the funny parts of the film, because a tradition in Hollywood these days is to almost make trailers spoilerific. And I know that's the campest and gayest spoiler term I could have come up with, but it just rolled off the tongue. Probably going to start a lavish musical number an hour and get up and start dancing, but they're full of spoilers. I mean, even the video cases, I said video cases, I mean DVD cases and stuff like that, as they reiterate older movies, the cases themselves become more and more spoilers. I mean, just look at Predator. The original Predator case had Arnold Schwarzenegger on it and nothing else. Predator cases these days have got Predator stood there smiling with all his fucking family at like a luncheon or something. And if you've never seen Predator and you get that damn box, you're like, oh my goodness, there's this nasty monster on the front of this film, it could be awesome. And then you don't see the monster for the first hour of the film, and you've just completely had it ruined because he's like a social fucking popular cultural figure these days. And to me, that's bullshit, because you've just kind of ruined it. That's the equivalent of like having fucking Casper Bruce Willis on the back of Sixth Sense. It's just horrific. And trailers for comedies generally have some of the funniest bits in them for some reason. I have no idea why they do that. And Horrible Bosses was a little bit that way, but it still had some solid comedy throughout. My only problem with the film is it could have been so much better. It's one of those movies where you're enjoying it, but you can't help but think, God, this could be funnier. This could have better gags. This could be more full on. And there is a couple of bits that will honestly get you laughing. Like there's a nice cocaine scene that they've got in there. There's all sorts. There's nice bits of witty script every so often, but it could have been so much stronger. So I liked it. It could have been better. Kevin Spacey was a boss in it. Guy's a genius. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. You take care now.